As a believer of God, everything God does for you is a show of His love for you. You are a child of God. They that are born of the God overcomes the world. You cannot be denied the testimony of His goodness and the evidence of His mercy that endures forever. You cannot be in lack when heaven is always open for the children of the highest God. They that He bought with His blood out of every tribe, nations, languages, people. The costly blood cannot be in vain if you do not enjoy the goodness of your redemption. He will open the doors of blessings for you, and your desires will be met in the abundance of His mercies. Your testimonies of many years will come to you. You may think God is exhausted already to provide what you need. You may think your sins are the greatest in the history of life. Don't let the devil make you feel you are suffering because of those things you did those years. God is not interested in allowing you to go through bitterness, troubles, or poverty. Everything in God is positive and good towards a great ending. That is the reason He will give you that blessing you have been asking for all this while. If God says He will give you, then He will give. If God says He will fight for you, heal you, and make you whole, bless your business and expand your vision, it will be so. You have to trust God whenever He makes any promise to you. The steadfastness of the Lord never ceases, and His mercy never comes to an end. Rather, they are new every morning to beautify your life and make you happy to receive from the Lord your God. If Christ can give His life and die for your sake, what then can He not give you? But He gave His life for your redemption. Then you can receive anything from Him if you ask. Your testimony is the least and the easiest of the things God can do for you. In times of need, you have to call on Him, and He will answer you. Grow in faith and be steadfast in your hope to receive your testimony when you have asked. This is the assurance we have in the Lord, that whatsoever we ask, He will give to us. Nothing is holding God from giving you all the blessings. Only yourself can. You have to see yourself receiving it. God works with a believing heart, with a heart that does not doubt when they pray, the heart that is not double-minded. You cannot be praying to God, and you will put your heart and trust somewhere else for your help. Look up to the hill. Where comes our help? And our help comes from the Lord, who created the heaven and the earth. He created even you. He does not forsake those He created. God is not unjust. He knows that you have been asking for that child, that job, the promotion, and financial stability. You have been praying to the Lord that He should bless your business. Yes, He knows, and He is doing it for you according to your heart's desires. The testimony comes to only those that believe they will receive. The blessing only comes to those that say to themselves, I am blessed always. That is the confession that makes your breakthrough a blessing in you. You may be down, but know this, your testimony is coming already. You are going to bounce back stronger. You will receive that thing you have been asking of God. Many in the world think their lives have ended because they have not gotten the answers to their prayer. They think God has lost interest in them because of the situation they have found themselves, and it seems there might not be a solution from God. When you least expect it, God does all things in His way. He has time for your every testimony and blessings He wants to pour on you. Listen, you do not have any reason to follow the blessings of others. You may be intimidated from the way things are happening to others. They have their own time that is different from your own time. They could graduate from college at 23, and you are going into college at 23. They might get their dream job at 23, and yours at 30. You have not gotten any paying and permanent job. They have kids in their marriage immediately after their wedding, but many years into your marriage and you have not got any kids. Don't worry. Your time is coming that everything will be made beautiful in your life. When God began to bless you, He will restore all the times that have been lost and wasted in the wait in the process of trials. Yes, God knows how to make up the times and the resources you have lost in the times you are faithfully waiting on God. Don't let anybody harass you because they think all is working for them, and you have got nothing to show for your life now. God has the power of time and season on Him. He has the blessing on Him. He gives to anybody at will, and He could also withdraw it from anybody when they mock you. Hope on God that you have a time that is fast approaching to receive those blessings that God has prepared for you. He is graciously waiting also. Have you been waiting too? God is equipping you for the days ahead of you. You are His favorite. That is the reason He does not want to give you everything in haste. When the time is right, you will receive better than those that had gone ahead of you. You will have all the things with great pleasure, and you will understand that God intends to put you ahead of them that are before you. A certain wife of a prophet cried to the prophet Elisha, Kings 2:4, telling him that her husband was a prophet but dead. Now the people he was owing while he was alive have come to take her 2 boys in exchange for the debt their father was owing them. The woman had nothing to pay for the debt, neither do they have anything left for them to live on. Elisha asked her, "What does she have?" She said, "Little oil." Then the prophet told her to go and get vessels from her neighbors. Not just a few, but many vessels that can take much oil. Then told her to go inside her house, shut the door and her children, and pour the oil inside the vessels she had collected from people. The oil began to fill the containers until there was no other left for her to fill. Then the oil stopped running. She went to the prophet to tell them what had happened, and the prophet told her to sell the oil and pay the debt, then keep the remnant for her and her children. She had never expected that to happen in that way. She had thought nothing can be done. Her children were on the line to be taken into slavery if she had not done anything about it, if God had not intervened in the situation. She sold it, paid off the debt, and there was left over for her use, and they were free from their creditor. She trusted that the prophet would do something, probably solicit for help for her, pray for her, or give her some money. What could have troubled you that much that you can no more hold on to your faith? There is good news for you today. God has heard your cry and your prayers have reached His ears. You are the next person to testify. You are the next to be blessed. Your lifting and promotion are here already. You have to open your heart and your mind to receive them, and they will come through. All you have to do is to anticipate the joy that you are going to see those things come through. Sometimes God delays the blessings because you need some experience to live well in the prosperity and handle the testimony. Sometimes He wants you to come of age so that you can acknowledge the powerful things He has done for you. You cannot just be. You have to know there are times for everything in life. You will better appreciate the blessing of a child when you are older, not when you are not old enough to care for yourself. You will appreciate the good health more when you have explored every means, and they prove not to offer any positive result, and you have not gotten it right then at the 11th hour, when all hope is lost, when you think you can no longer hold on, when you are about to quit, and stop asking when you want to accept the pain of defeat, thinking you have lost in life. That is when your strength has been exploited by the things you are going through, and you have got no more strength to do anything anymore. That is just when you least expect that your prayers will be answered. That is when your testimonies will be made full. Your joy will be full. Your mouth will testify of the things God has done for you. You cannot continue to remain in that illness for long. Your days of lack and rejection are over. Your barrenness is going out of the way, and your children are coming to you already. You are blessed beyond measure. It will be like you are sleeping, but laughter will fill your mouth. These are the promises of the Lord. He will restore the years that have been eaten up by caterpillars and cankerworms. God will hold you by His own hands, and He will lift you. He will do above and beyond what your thoughts and your imaginations are. God is consistent in all His ways. When He says He will bless you, then He is going to do that without hesitation and failure. You are about to receive those things you have been asking and praying for all these years. You will not remain in that position anymore, because that powerful hands of the Lord will take you out of the predicament, and you will be free and be made whole. Cry and worry no more. God has remembered you, and your blessings have been given to you, and you are the next to testify and shout for joy. Your joy will be made full, and you will know that the Lord your God does not fail in His promises. What are those dreams inside your heart? What are the ideas you have in you, and you are stuck in the position of lack and no support? The Lord has released help for you, and you will be celebrated, and your testimony will be a blessing to many. Your life will inspire many lives and motivate their faith to be steadfast and hopeful in all situations.